Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you how to take care of Bumblefoot on your chickens. So, the first thing that you need to do when they have Bumblefoot is you got to get all the stuff together because we mostly do it inside just because, I don't know, it's like there's so many distractions outside, and inside is better because it's not as hot or cold or whatever. It's actually getting pretty cool here, so it's pretty nice. That's why I'm wearing jeans. But here's the thing. When they have Bumblefoot, you cannot wait. You can't just wait for them to be you can't just wait for it to heal on its own. You know what I mean? Or just give them stuff. This is the thing. You have to take care of it. You cannot let it get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it's squeezing out between their toes, because that's what happened to our poor Violet, who's going through the worst molt in the entire world. She's we thought she was dying, you guys. It was the worst. So this is how you take care of it. First, you have to get all the stuff, which we get. So you have to get gauze pads, antibiotics cream, foot wrappings. You could do whichever type. We got the good ones, though, because look. Coco, can you move your fluff? Here, look, there. Sorry, guys. Coco's bottom is in the way. But, so what you guys need to do is you need to get that, and then you have to get also, a knife, a razor blade to cut their foot. I know that sounds really bad, but I'll explain to you in a minute why. And then you need some tweezers to, get the little black thing out. If I had a chicken with Bumblefoot, I would show you right now. But I don't. Their foot is all wrapped. And then the worst thing, guys, is that you have to change the bandages every day. But we'll get into that later. So, also you need to get, a little tub of water for the salt soaking. You need to let their foot soak in salt water for at least 5 or 10 minutes to get the infection out and to, get it easier to pick and stuff like that, to get it out. And I think that's all that you really need, except a towel if you want to cover them, cover their head so they can't see what you're doing. Our chickens hate that, but your chickens might love it when you cover their eyes, but my chickens hate it. They absolutely just hate it. They get all stressed, and then they poke their little head out, and I'm seriously? And so, the first step you need to do is it's pretty easy. Soak them in the water. That sounds weird. No, soak their feet in the water. See that little tub right there? That is their drinking water, but, that's their drinking water. But, something like that. And make sure it's filled with salt, Epsom salts. And then put their feet, let them stand up in the water, chicken standing in the water, and just soak them like that. Let them stand in the water. You could hold them, in the water for about 10 or, 5 or 10 minutes, like I said. And then the next step, when you do that, you're going to want to, dry off their foot and stuff, and there's going to be a lot of blood. So somebody needs to be holding the chicken, or I'm not a professional at this, but somebody needs to hold the chicken and do it at the same time, which I cannot do, or somebody has to cut the foot while the other person holds the chicken. That's what I did. My mom cut the foot, and I held the chicken. And so this is what happened. This is what we do. So when we get them out of the water, when we soak them, when we're done soaking them in the water, we bring them to the, we just set them on my lap, and then the chicken, whoever it is, my mom has to, this is the most important part. You have to, kind of cut their little, there's a black dot, right? And you have to slice that off, kind of like you're slicing cheese or, meat or lunch meat or whatever you guys eat. I don't know what you guys eat. Something, I don't know, anything, whatever you're slicing. But it's harder than meat or cheese or tomatoes or, sandwich stuff. No, it's, really hard. But you kind of just want to slice it off, and then you kind of just want to slice it off, right? And then, but after that, what you want to do is you want to, get the tweezers out, and, it's just really bad. You have to get the tweezers out, and then you have to grab that thing, and, you have to grab the black part out. And then after that, if there's a kernel inside, you have to squeeze the kernel. Squeeze it really hard. Squeeze the bottom of their foot. The kernel should come out. If there's a kernel, then it's Bumblefoot. And if not, I don't know what it is, actually. But our chickens didn't have a kernel, but we just got it anyway because it could be Bumblefoot. You never know. And so what you want to do after you cut it, there's going to be a lot of blood. There's going to be a lot of stuff like that. So after you cut it, and after you squeeze the kernel out, you want to dip their foot in another water, and it could be a jar this time, or whatever you want. I don't really care. you just dip it in water. I don't know, because I don't know what you guys do, because you might not even have had your chickens have bumblefoot before. It's really bad, though. You don't want it. But what you want to do is you want to dip their foot in the water, and then you want to towel it off, and then this is how you wrap it. Let me tell you how to wrap it. So here, Coco, can I? Nope, never mind. I can't demonstrate because the rooster. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what you want to do after that is, let me show you it. Where's Coco? Oh, what's that? Oh, sorry guys, Emerald's bottom was in the way. What is that? Oh, it's a stick bug. That's interesting. So you see that little shoes on her? What you want to do is you want to be able to, like, this is what you want to do. You want to wrap, so you want to put the antibiotics cream, squeeze it on the wound, just like dab it with your fingers on the wound, and then you want to put the gauze pad over. It could be really small, because we have ones that are like pretty good size. We cut them in quarters for the chicken's foot, because the chicken's foot is small. It's not big. And then you have to and then you wrap it, which is, I don't know how you guys want to wrap it, but we do it we put it around their toes. We kind of wrap it a little bit like a cast. Not really though. I feel like we wrap it kind of we wrap it around their toes. And then we just wound it up around their foot so it stays. And it sticks to itself. So don't make it stick to the chicken, please. That would be very sad. And that's basically it. And then you just have to change the pads every day, which is really easy. Just clean them. This is how you change them. It's really simple. Take the pad off, and it's not easy taking the pad off. You have to cut it because it gets wet here, and so you have to cut it, and then it's finally off. And then don't cut the chicken, by the way. Then it's finally off, and then you dip it in the jar of water to clean it off, and then you don't have to soak it or anything. Just dip it to clean it, and then put antibiotics cream, put another gauze, and then put different wrapping, and you have to do that every single day. And if there's 2 on 1, then that's really, you just need 1 gauze pad, but you should put 1 little squirt of antibiotics cream on one, and then 1 on the other one. But it's pretty simple. Okay guys, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from this, and I hope that your chickens don't get bumblefoot. But if they do, just take my advice, because I have had it multiple times happen to my chickens. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Goodbye.